Did you know that while most people believe they'll live beyond 85% actually pass away before their 82nd birthday? The shocking truth isn't about genetics or bad luck, it's about 5 deadly mistakes that millions of seniors unknowingly make every day. What if I told you that simply avoiding these common errors could add 10 to 15 quality years to your life? Today we meet Dorothy, a 72-year-old retired school principal who discovered these mistakes almost too late, and learn how her transformation can save your life. The third mistake is so common that 9 out of 10 people watching are probably doing it right now. The fifth is a silent killer that doctors rarely discuss because it's too simple to believe. Stay with me, what you learn could be the difference between celebrating your 90th birthday or becoming another statistic. Dorothy Chen, a vibrant 72-year-old former school principal from Cincinnati, seemed healthy 3 years ago. She walked her dog Max every morning, played bridge twice a week, and valued her independence. Then came the wake-up call. A minor fall led to a hospital visit revealing pre-diabetes, dangerously low vitamin D, and warning signs of cognitive decline. Her doctor's words still echo. "Dorothy, at this rate, you might not see 80. That moment changed everything. Determined to understand why seemingly healthy seniors like herself were dying younger than expected, Dorothy discovered a shocking truth. The CDC reports average life expectancy is 79, but most people lose quality of life years before that. The real tragedy? These early deaths are largely preventable. Today, at 75, Dorothy is healthier than she was at 72. Her transformation came from eliminating 5 specific daily mistakes she, like millions of seniors, had been making. These aren't complicated procedures or costly treatments, they're simple choices that can mean the difference between life and death. Have you noticed changes in your energy lately? Drop a comment below and share. Dorothy's medicine cabinet once looked like a pharmacy, taking 12 medications daily for blood pressure, cholesterol, sleep, pain, and more. But here's the terrifying truth. Taking 5 or more medications increases your risk of death by 88%, according to Johns Hopkins research. The problem isn't individual drugs, it's their interactions. Dorothy discovered she was taking 2 different blood thinners prescribed by doctors who weren't communicating, and added an over-the-counter pain reliever, making her a walking time bomb. One day, unusual bruising and fatigue prompted a trip to her pharmacist, who revealed she was dangerously close to internal bleeding. But the medication trap ran deeper. Each new symptom often led to another prescription, creating a vicious cycle. Dorothy's sleeping pills caused daytime drowsiness, so she was prescribed something for energy, which caused stomach issues, leading to antacids that interfered with nutrient absorption and caused more problems. Her solution was the medication audit system. She created a master list of all medications and supplements, scheduled quarterly reviews with her pharmacist, insisted all her doctors communicate before prescribing, questioned every new prescription asking if it was replacing something or adding to it, and explored non-pharmaceutical alternatives when safe. Within 6 months, Dorothy safely reduced her medications from 12 to 5 under careful medical supervision. Her energy returned, her mind cleared, and those mysterious symptoms vanished. She learned many issues were side effects, not new conditions. The joint pain she was medicating was caused by her cholesterol medication. The insomnia requiring sleeping pills was a side effect of her blood pressure medicine taken too late in the day. Dorothy now follows the STAMP protocol before accepting any new medication. Is this symptom new or a side effect? Have we tried non-drug solutions first? Are all my doctors aware of this addition? Will this mix safely with current medications? What's the plan to eventually stop this medication? Are you taking multiple medications? When was the last time you reviewed them all with one healthcare provider? Share your experience below. But wait, mistake number 2 is hiding right in your kitchen. When Dorothy opened her pantry 3 years ago, it looked healthy whole grain cereals, low-fat cookies, sugar-free drinks. But she was unknowingly consuming what geriatric nutritionists call age accelerators, foods that speed up cellular aging and inflammation. The biggest culprits were hidden sugars and artificial sweeteners. That healthy granola bar contained 22 grams of sugar more than a donut. Her sugar-free drinks were loaded with aspartame, which research links to increased stroke risk in seniors. Worse, these foods triggered insulin spikes, pushing her toward diabetes. Dorothy's turning point came during a grocery trip with her nutritionist daughter. They found her whole grain bread contained high fructose corn syrup. Low-fat products were packed with sugar to improve taste. Canned soups had sodium levels that could dangerously spike blood pressure. And processed meats contained nitrates linked to cognitive decline. The real shock? Dorothy was chronically dehydrated, mistaking thirst for hunger. At 72, her thirst signals had diminished, a common issue in seniors that leads to kidney problems, confusion, and falls. She was drinking just 2 to 3 glasses of water daily while consuming dehydrating caffeine and alcohol. Dorothy revolutionized her kitchen with the 5 to 5 -5 rule. 5 ingredients or less in any packaged food. 5 glasses of water by 5 p.m. To avoid nighttime bathroom trips, Dorothy adopted the habit of eating 5 different colored fruits and vegetables daily. She replaced packaged snacks with nuts and seeds, sugary drinks with herbal teas and infused water, processed meats with lean proteins like fish and chicken, and swapped white bread for actual whole grains, not just products labeled whole grain. Her hydration breakthrough came from a water ritual. A glass of water immediately upon waking, a water bottle marked with hourly goals, herbal tea counting toward hydration, and snacking on fruits with high water content. The results were remarkable. Her pre-diabetes reversed within 4 months. Her energy soared, her skin looked younger, joint pain decreased as inflammation went down, and her kidney function improved dramatically. Surprisingly, her grocery bill also dropped by 30% as she stopped buying expensive processed foods. Take a moment now and check one item in your pantry. How many ingredients does it have? Share your answer in the comments. Now, get ready for mistake number 3, the one that nearly cost Dorothy her independence. After her first fall, she told herself, "I'll just be careful," and stopped taking stairs, avoided uneven surfaces, and gradually limited her movements. While this sounds reasonable, it's actually one of the deadliest mistakes seniors make. Fear of falling creates a vicious cycle that almost guarantees a fall. Restricting movements weakened Dorothy's muscles, deteriorated her balance, and made her bones brittle. Within 18 months, she could barely get out of a chair without help. The statistics are staggering. Seniors who limit activities due to fear of falling are 3 times more likely to fall within a year, and each week of inactivity ages your muscles by 6 months. Dorothy was literally aging herself to death trying to stay safe. Her wake-up call came when she couldn't lift her 6-year-old grandson. A physical therapist told her, "Dorothy, you're 72 with the muscle mass of someone 85. Your protective instincts are killing you." Dorothy's transformation began with the Power of 3 program. 3 balance exercises while brushing her teeth, 3 strength moves during television commercials, and 3 flexibility stretches before bed. She started with standing on one foot for 10 seconds holding the sink, sitting and standing from a chair 5 times, and gentle toe touches. Her progress was remarkable. By week 1, she could barely balance for 5 seconds. By week 4, she balanced for 30 seconds without support. By week 12, she was doing single-leg squats. And by week 24, she was hiking with her grandchildren. The game changer? Dorothy learned that muscles can grow at any age. Studies show 90-year-olds can double their strength in 12 weeks. She joined a senior fitness class and found that social exercise doubled her consistency. She added functional fitness to her routine, carrying groceries in different ways to build practical strength, practicing getting up from the floor critical for fall recovery, walking on different surfaces to improve balance, and dancing to boost coordination and joy. The mental shift was key. Rather than avoiding challenges, Dorothy began seeking them out. She started taking the stairs whenever possible, initially holding the railing for support. She intentionally walked on grass and gravel, practiced standing on one leg while cooking, and did chair yoga during television commercials. Today, Dorothy deadlifts 60 pounds and teaches yoga to other seniors. Her bone density improved by 12%. She hasn't fallen in 2 years. And most importantly, she lives without fear, actively traveling and playing with her grandchildren. What's one physical activity you've stopped doing out of caution? Share below. But don't go anywhere. Mistake number 4 is a sneaky one that affects 7 out of 10 seniors. After retirement, Dorothy expected peace and quiet, no more managing difficult teachers, demanding parents, or stressful meetings. However, within 6 months, she faced a frightening reality. Days passed without meaningful human interaction. Her world shrank to her house, her dog, and occasional grocery runs. What Dorothy didn't realize is that social isolation is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of premature death by 50% and doubles the risk of dementia. For seniors, loneliness literally kills brain cells, weakens immunity, and accelerates physical decline. The pandemic worsened this. Dorothy's bridge club dissolved, church moved online, and family visits became video calls. She found herself talking more to her dog than to people, forgetting words, and losing track of days. One morning, she couldn't remember if she'd taken her medications or even what day it was. Her turning point came when her daughter found her crying in the kitchen. "I feel like I'm disappearing," Dorothy confessed. That's when they discovered research showing seniors with strong social connections live 22% longer and experience 50% less cognitive decline. Dorothy's social revival began with small gestures, waving to neighbors, which became coffee invitations. Grocery shopping turned into social outings during senior hours. She joined a book club at the library, started volunteering at a hospital gift shop, and embraced technology video calls with grandchildren, online classes. The real breakthrough came when Dorothy founded the Tuesday Club, a weekly gathering for isolated seniors in her building. Starting with just 3 people playing cards, it now hosts 20 seniors who meet for activities, support, and friendship. Dorothy adopted a real connection strategy. Daily check-ins with close friends, sharing emotions instead of just facts, engaging in activities together, and fostering laughter and positivity. The transformation was profound. Her vocabulary improved within weeks, depression lifted without medication, her blood pressure dropped 15 points. She looked forward to each day, and memory issues reversed as she actively engaged in conversations. Dorothy learned that quality matters more than quantity. A single deep conversation beats 10 surface interactions. She now maintains 3 close friendships with daily contact, 10 social acquaintances she interacts with weekly, 1 volunteer commitment for purpose, and 1 learning group for mental stimulation. Technology became her bridge, not a barrier. She mastered video calls for family connections and joined online communities for her hobbies. Dorothy used social media to reconnect with old friends and participated in virtual classes and lectures. Today, at 75, her calendar is fuller than it was at 65, but filled with meaningful connections, not obligations. She hosts weekly dinners, mentors younger retirees, and even started dating again after 3 years of widowhood. How many days pass without you having a real conversation? Share your honest answer below. Now, brace yourself for mistake number 5. It's the one nobody talks about. Mistake number 5. The memory myth massacre. Senior moments. Old age, it's normal to forget. Dorothy believed these lies until the day she forgot her granddaughter's name. She was convinced dementia was inevitable, that mental decline was just part of aging. This belief nearly destroyed her mind. Here's the shocking truth. Accepting memory loss as normal accelerates cognitive decline by 60%. When Dorothy stopped challenging her brain and assumed forgetfulness was natural, she created a self-fulfilling prophecy. Her brain, like an unused muscle, began to atrophy. The science is clear. The brain can grow new cells at any age. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, doesn't stop at 60, 70, or even 90. But Dorothy's passive acceptance was literally shrinking her hippocampus, the memory center, by 2% yearly. Her cognitive crisis peaked when she got lost driving to her daughter's house, a route she'd taken for 15 years. The GPS couldn't help because she'd forgotten the address. Sitting in a parking lot, crying and confused, Dorothy realized she was losing herself. That moment sparked Dorothy's Brain Renaissance protocol. Her mental fitness routine includes a morning 15-minute brain training session using apps like Lumosity and Elevate, afternoons spent learning something new: Spanish, piano, painting, journaling each evening to process the day, and reading challenging books before bed, not just easy fiction following the never stop learning principle. In week 1, she struggled with basic Spanish phrases. By month 1, she could order coffee in Spanish. At 6 months, she was having conversations with native speakers. After a year, she was reading Spanish novels. Memory techniques that worked for her include the method of loci-linking items to familiar places, story chains, creating narratives to remember lists, teaching others, explaining new knowledge to friends, and dual coding, using visual and verbal memory together. But here's what surprised Dorothy most. Physical exercise was the best brain medicine. Her daily walks increased BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, by 300%, literally growing new brain cells. She added dance classes, which require coordination, memory, and social interaction, a cognitive triple threat. Dorothy's smart brain approach is to stimulate with new challenges daily, move her body to grow her brain, associate new information with known facts, repeat and teach what she learns, and track progress to stay motivated. The results were extraordinary. Her memory test scores improved 40% in 6 months. She learned to play piano at 73, became the building's unofficial tech support, started tutoring ESL students, and wrote her memoir remembering details she once thought were lost. Dorothy discovered that challenging her brain with new difficult tasks created cognitive reserve, a buffer against future decline. Her neurologist was stunned, saying, "Your brain scans look 10 years younger." The biggest revelation? Believing in brain plasticity made it real. When Dorothy stopped accepting decline, her brain stopped declining. She now says, "The moment you believe your brain is finished learning is the moment it starts dying." What's one new skill you've been putting off learning? Share it in the comments. Now, let's explore Dorothy's incredible transformation. 3 years ago, Dorothy Chen was a statistic waiting to happen: pre-diabetic, socially isolated, physically weak, mentally declining, and over-medicated. She was on track to become one of the 85% who don't live past 82. Her doctor's prognosis was grim: continue down this path, and she had maybe 5 to 7 years of declining quality of life. Today, Dorothy is unrecognizable and not just physically. At 75, she's medication-free, except for one blood pressure pill, deadlifts her body weight, speaks Spanish fluently, and leads a thriving community of seniors. Her latest blood work amazed her doctor. You have the biomarkers of someone 20 years younger. But the transformation goes deeper. She wakes up excited each day, travels internationally, just returned from hiking, and mentors young teachers at her former school, enjoys deeper relationships, and feels more confident and capable than she did at 60. The key? Dorothy didn't just change habits, she changed her entire mindset about aging. She stopped accepting decline as inevitable and started seeing each day as an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more connected. I realized I was dying slowly by trying to stay safe, Dorothy reflects. I'm living boldly by taking calculated risks. Every new challenge, every social connection, every workout is an investment in my future self. Her message to other seniors is simple: stop preparing to die and start planning to live. Your body and brain are capable of amazing things at any age. The only thing standing between you and your best decade is fear. Dorothy's 80th birthday party has already planned a salsa dancing celebration with her Spanish conversation group. Her new goal is to inspire 1,000 other seniors to reclaim their lives before it's too late. Dorothy's transformation could be yours. Which of these 5 deadly mistakes resonated most with you? Comment below with the number 1 to 5 and one action you'll take today. Your future self will thank you. If this video opened your eyes, please hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Every share could literally save a life. Subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Remember, it's not about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Your best decade isn't behind you, it's waiting for you to claim.